Roughly half the continent consists of highlands, and about 8% is more than 10,000 feet above sea level. Asia's average elevation exceeds that of all the other continents except Antarctica. Dominating the Asian landscape is the huge Plateau of Tibet, or Tibetan-Qinghai Highlands, which occupies much of western China. This plateau is the highest and largest in the world. According to some geologists, it was created by movements of the Earth's crust between India and Tibet that forced the plateau upward. Geologists say it is still rising. In the western part of this plateau are the Pamir Mountains, called the roof of the world, where China, Tajikistan, Pakistan, and Afghanistan meet. From this mountain knot, lofty ranges spread outward in many directions. The Hindu Kush runs southwest through Afghanistan. To the northeast extends the Tien Shan. The Karakoram runs southeast and merges into the Himalayas, the highest mountain range in the world. Mount Everest, the world's tallest peak, 29,032 feet, is located there, as are the other 8 highest peaks of the world. The Himalayas are a favorite challenge for mountain climbers. 8 of the 20 longest rivers in the world are found in Asia. Those that flow to the Arctic through Siberia include the Obi, Yenisei, and Lena. The valleys they form are largely uninhabited because of the harsh climate. The rivers that flow to the east and south, however, have been home to millions of people since the beginning of history. Their valleys have the combination of warmth and moisture that was favorable to early civilizations. These rivers include the eastward flowing Amur, or Heilongjiang, the Huanghe, the Yangtze, or Chang, and the Xi system, all in China. Southeast Asia has the great rivers of the Mekong, Chao Phraya, Salween, and Irrawaddy. In South Asia are located the Ganges, Brahmaputra, and Indus rivers. Southwest Asia is arid and has few major rivers. The most important are the Tigris and Euphrates, which flow out of the highlands of Turkey. Not all of Asia's rivers reach the sea. From the Caspian Sea eastward through parts of the central mountain core of western China is a region of interior drainage. Here rivers flow from the mountains across arid lands and disappear into salty lakes or swamps. This is a rugged land and is among the least populated parts of Asia. Asia has every type of climate found in the world. The major factors that influence Asia's climate pattern are its huge land area, its location between the tropics and the Arctic, and its great range in elevations from sea level to high plateaus and mountains. To the north, in Siberia, the climate is cold and dry. The extreme northern fringe, as well as much of the Plateau of Tibet, has a tundra climate, sometimes also called a cold desert because the land is dry like a desert, but with cold temperatures. Most of the remainder of Siberia has a subarctic climate. In this area stands a vast evergreen forest known as the taiga. There, some of the world's coldest temperatures have been recorded. Steppe and desert climates dominate the regions just south of the subarctic. They affect most of North and West China, Russia, and virtually all of Southwest Asia and Western South Asia. These are regions of low precipitation and hot summers. Because of the dryness and lack of sources of fresh water, large parts of the steppe and desert regions are uninhabited. Parts of northern China, plus North and South Korea and part of Japan, have a continental warm summer climate. Winters are fairly cold, but summers warm and humid, and thus the land is well suited for agriculture and human settlement. To the south, a large humid subtropical climate zone prevails. It stretches from southern Japan through all of southern China and parts of northern Southeast Asia and South Asia. Because of the mild climate of this region, it is one of the most densely populated parts of Asia and also the world. Farther south are the tropical humid climate zones of South and Southeast Asia. They have high year-round temperatures and heavy precipitation, which have given rise to some of the world's densest tropical rainforests. The distribution of Asia's natural vegetation and wildlife is directly related to the continent's climate patterns. Thus, the types of plant and animal life are as various as the climate. Wherever humans have been present in large numbers for a long time, such as India and China, the need for land for agriculture and settlement has meant the destruction of wildlife and natural vegetation. In Southeast Asia, the once extensive tropical rainforest is rapidly disappearing because of logging operations, population growth, and agricultural expansion. Only in Siberia, where the population is small, has the natural landscape survived relatively unchanged. To a lesser extent, that is also true in the steppes and deserts.